Good YouTube, we got video from my dog, Dan Boy Wonder. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad to have another video of his back on the channel. We got Never Let Ben 10 Know He's Stronger Than You. You've seen this concept with Viltrumites. You've seen this concept with Sans. We've even seen this concept with Aang, just never represented into a video. But today we had that concept with Ben 10 represented into a video by the guy. Ben, I don't even need my heavy hitters Tennyson. It's truly someone you cannot let know is stronger than you. I will second that. As always, you're going to pre-file the like. I'll second that by quoting what he said when they didn't let him control Alien X. He said, well, let me out of here. I got 10 other guys that can do the job better. Come on, man. As always, it's your main man, Sly. Sliding onto your timeline. Give you some content. Without further ado, slide into the video. Talk to me.
Ever get the Hulk title as strongest, even when some dude they never.
Viltrumites and saying, see, I already knew.
There's a reason why characters like Batman, Superman, and Goku are as glazed as they are, because you can't tell them that they aren't the strongest whenever they're in the room. Because if you do, they'll fucking show you why you're wrong. These characters are the main example, as whenever they're the main focus, they always display true.
They always flexing.
Can also be seen in Ben 10, whether he's 10,
Facts.
16, or 40. People don't call him one of the strongest characters in.
No, when we saw Ben 10,000, our introduction to him is him having Accelerate run around the planet to stop all crime, bro. Stop it.
For no reason. Because when Ben remembers that he kind of can't be fucked with, you get some real disrespectful moments that honestly.
Woo! And then we could use the powers in a human form. That was Arctic Wano's blast. Stop it, bro.
Might do it, because Ben likes to talk a lot of shit. Shout out to Zepfire, as this idea came
Shout out Zep.
Never Lit video.
Fans.
To one of my
yeah.
videos and follow me on Twitter. So go show him some love. You know, the originator. He's the culture.
Facts.
Before Ben even got iced out with the Omnitrix, his dog was already on full display. One of his first ever character moments literally sees him running up on JT to get him to.
How ugly this is. Like, holy, this has an egghead of doom. His lip takes up like a good at least 15% of his face. And then these bushy eyebrows with this pushed back hairline he got. C cups in the back of his. Come on. Stop that, bro. Stop that. Stop that. And then you got this built like a nerd himself, bro. He's built like. He has Dr. Otto Octavius' face, but they gave the a slightly skinny body. What are you bullying this guy for, bro? Y'all, like, this could be cousins, bro. Look. Similar eyebrows. They both wear glasses. They both have the same prescription, or almost the same prescription, because this is how their pupils look after coming out the glasses. They're just a slightly different color.
Stop bullying some other random kid. He of course does get folded, but this shows that Ben has that.
Thanks, Tennyson. I remember this episode.
Ben was always on go in classic, especially when Omnitrix decided to bless him with forearms. Now, forearms is one of those.
That was his go-to. Ben a goat, bro. Especially because, like, when he first got to Omnitrix, one of the first things Gwen said was like, oh, like, you're a monster. You could be a freak now, or something like that. And Ben was like, do you know how many people I can save with this? Like, he's him, bro.
That whenever Ben turns into him, you can tell that Ben genuinely feels unfuckwittable. The first time you see him use forearms, he starts putting the hands on a reanimated mammoth and ends up swinging like a damn Beyblade. Like, this is only his second time with the Omnitrix, and he's moving like this. Then fast forward a season later, we see him start going at it with the God of Death. That's right, Ben fought the literal God of Death, and it's not like he into the fight on accident.
He ran that fade.
You have to have some real gauchos on you to challenge the God. What's even crazier is that he wins.
He was winning, yeah.
That quick squabble that ends in forms legit, knocking him out. That's right. Ben knocks out the God of Death. Like, I know your favorite has never done anything like that. To be honest, I don't know what's crazier though.
Max choking him out, bro. What the fuck?
Or like Max strangling the God of Death.
I'm saying.
DNA might be up there with Kryptonian or Sand DNA.
I'm trying to tell you.
Loved it whenever he got lined up against the circus freaks, because they were like the definition of fodder to him.
Brother, when he was with Ghost Freak and he bullied them, like, in a combat sense, and then bullied them in a literal sense after? What, bro? This was like his. These because he called villains of the week. Yeah, these ain't tough. Y'all not worried about any threats.
That Ben hated Ghost Freak so much that when he possessed one of them, he saw it as an opportunity to cause some real harm.
Like, look at that.
Thumb school like a crash test dummy. He started off the fight with a full-on command grab and
turned
into a human wrecking ball, using the school courtyard. The funniest bit of this fight though was when Ben effortlessly knocks out Acid from the school courtyard. The funniest bit.
Is this inspiration from Yu Yu Hakusho? I was right the first way spelling it. Like, am I tripping, bro? I know too much ball, bro. And he had a little thing under his eye. Something around his eyes. Something around his eyes. Little tiny cut. Little tiny cut. I mean, this has no hair. This has hair. So, like, you know, there's that. But, like, the size difference, and it's just the fact that he's riding his shoulder, bro. That's, like, one of the main places I've seen that. And Yu been out for a minute.
Bit of this fight though is when Ben effortlessly knocks out Acid
Hey.
Stumps so flying with one arm. He does not like these niggas. Just take a look back at his first encounter with them when he handled all three of them as upgrade with the baseball machine. Getting taken down like this is more
stupid, man.
Bitch by forearm, if you ask me. Fright
nah, it is.
The worst was how she gets like restraining her own hair after
hey.
balls. Not like that though. This is a kid show. Y'all need to calm down. Now, of course, beating up on fodder isn't that impressive. I mean, if you're the strongest, that's what you should be doing. So
yeah.
Look at some of his battle with his more known foes, like Kevin, for example. It did start off rough against Kevin as Kevin
Facts.
was the first antagonist to really,
especially because Kevin has crazy abilities.
Were evenly matched. Ben did have a few moments that I know put fear into Kevin, like his clutch time takedown. Forearm. And in their second encounter, when he hit Diamond Head Kevin with the Bane back-breaking signature, shit that keeps you up at night. But once Ben got some true time with the Omnitrix, he started widening the gap between him and Kevin. Kevin had been
almost fried then
in his life in the episode Grudge match until Ben realized he had an ace up his sleeve with Cannonball, an alien Kevin had never seen. Cannonball
stupid man,
looking silly, punching the air and raging like he just saw his teammate enter like Black Widow. Meanwhile, Ben's over here bouncing all over the place, having a ball.
Hey, bro, don't outside my game.
In his first fight against Kevin in Alien Force, Kevin and Lily.
Nigga, I know one of the inspirations for this video has to be the scene in Alien Force or Ultimate Alien. I can't remember which one, but when he had Ultimate, it has to be Ultimate Alien, Ultimate Echo over Kevin, and was like, woo!
His entire fist through Ben's chest, but Ben realized that Swanfire is goated as fuck, damn near invincible. So he tanks Kevin before scrambling his brains and swatting him like a damn fly. Then you got the next battle, which everyone
I thought, see, everybody knows.
But people barely acknowledge the fact that it's kind of not even a fight.
It wasn't. It was never close.
For the most part, it's just Echo.
He doesn't touch Ben. Yeah.
The most damage Kevin does to Ben in this fight is with his words, and it just shows that when Ben
and then Ben was about to one tap that nigga.
He's above a lot of his opponents, even at their strongest. Him and Gwen literally got into a fight before he fought Kevin. And
like, no, you can't do anything to Kevin. He said, "Who's gonna stop me?"
It's hardest to dip out on Gwen until she just kept provoking, bro, and he just up way big on her and knocks her clean out. Like, nigga, that's your own blood.
He said, "Word, all right, nigga, move."
Calm down, buddy. We know you're that guy, but calm down. Now, I would make a joke about, oh, he doesn't go this hard against Vilgax, but to be honest, I think
he does.
Vilgax probably has gotten it the worst from Ben.
Literally.
Vilgax was one of the first villains to absolutely put the brake on Ben. But
yeah, but Ben gets that get back.
His praise as he was not ducking Vilgax at all.
Mm-hmm.
Even after he tossed Accelerate by his
Damn.
and put full-on cracks in the Diamond Head, Ben was not ducking the smoke at all. Like, if anyone else had that done to them, I would understand if they were hesitant to confront them again, especially if said villain
holding the Omnitrix behind his back. Stop it.
Pulled up with your second top op.
Standing 10 toes. You ain't about shit, nigga. Hold on.
Again. Especially if said villain who did that to you pulled up with your second top op.
You ain't gonna squeeze, nigga. Put my cousin down if I really, mind you, they're jumping this nigga, by the way. Put her down if I really slime you. Like, he's him. He's a white. Look at the bed. That's time.
When Kevin and Vilgax came back to team up against Ben, it had me fearing for his life because I knew he wasn't gonna.
He's played them trumpets.
I was praying he did. Luckily for Ben, he had access to master control in this episode. But even
over with,
he built extremely different to take on your two strongest enemies. One of them being the most feared man in the galaxy,
and one of them having like top tier adaptability.
Got the upper hand on him in this episode, but then Ben breaks out of Vilgax's grab and decides
stupid man
hit him with a Diamond Head 2-piece nugget to start off this 1v2. Ben is reverse jumping the two characters who did him the worst, and he's breaking like
this shit.
He's also doing all this while trying to save Gwen and Max, which he successfully does. Then Max tries to tell Ben he can't beat both of them, and Ben's
like,
I
can.
You know who I am? And Loki proceeds to like kick their ass, like die bomb
Hey.
And like even when he stupidly gets sucked into the no void with them, like seriously,
He still starts throwing hands.
Ben still shows that he's in control of the situation. And this is where we get that iconic scene of him entering the flow state, quickly changing to evade Vilgax along with a bunch of no guardians. From that point forward, Ben kind of just got used to disrespecting Vilgax. I mean, it got so bad that he was annoying him in his own dreams. I know this really doesn't count since his Ben winding him up and sending him to shit cracks me up all the time.
Holy shit.
He thought he had the chance to kill 2 Bens after being revived. However, all it took was for future Ben to go human.
Nah, future Ben cooking and shit.
His son. Ben 10K is out here treating his arch nemesis like he's a child and toying with him like if he was playing with his son.
Weave. Come get it. He got this nigga chasing him like he's a dog.
Nemesis like he's a child in his human form. The disrespect, however, definitely peaked when Ben and Vilgax squared off for the first time in Alien Force. During this fight, Vilgax had the upper hand for majority of it. I mean, if he didn't, it would have been
for sure.
If he defeated 10 champions for the power to test Ben, like you better not get swept, buddy. But once Vilgax
you better not get swept.
Ben turned into Diamond Head, he basically sealed his fate. And this is where Ben to put Vilgax in a touch of.
Let me show you my goat.
After he hit Vilgax with the, I've had a lot of practice with this one. Ben subjected him to a character destroying.
This nigga has a black eye, bro. There was no green in that combo. He just fried him.
Ass whooping. Ben was so confident in this fight when he got
big lip ass.
Started trying shit. Like since when can you throw giant crystals at people?
Game
I had in Boston, game 6, down 3-2. Got to a point where I was just out there trying shit. One leg off the wrong foot, bump fades off my right shoulder. I'm not even a right shoulder bump fade guy.
The only thing Vilgax had to do in this fight was admit his own defeat. And this battle for Vilgax
stupid,
man. A bad trend for him in Alien Force.
Not to mention, he kept the fucking damage to the environment pretty like minimal, bro. Like he said, he has plenty of practice with this.
His fall off in characterization wasn't enough. Ben just had to make sure he felt how hard he was washed. I mean, he kicked his ass in the season opener, but then you fast forward to the episode Primus, where Ben just embarrassing Vilgax again, hitting bro with a
Lodestar. I think that's his name.
Worse though, he then throws him in again. Like this man is for real going through a humiliation ritual. Hell, Vilgax at one point even asked Ben for his help. The most feared tyrant in the galaxy has come to ask Ben, his arch enemy, for.
It looked like Frieza asking Goku for help on something, bro. I'm sure you'd rather die, bro.
Went from swearing to kill him to please, Ben, I need this. If that doesn't show you how hard Ben shifted the dynamic of power in this series, then I don't know what will. You really started to see why everyone started throwing Ben's name into the strongest of all time talks once you watch Alien Force and Ultimate Alien.
Yeah, for sure. It's that maturity.
Ben's unfuckwittable personality. Classic series forearms being the first, for example. Well, that same personality is shown to be present in many other aliens. Take a look at Swampfire, for example. I mean, he climbs out of being sucked
out of that job done.
And takes down Manny with one attack and demands they stop fighting and talk, which Helen quickly agrees to. Just that simple display of dominance.
Damn, we're not gonna win this.
This entire situation. He has another similar moment where he walked through iron bars and decided to blitz all the incursion soldiers and 7-7. Oh, with the most nonchalant demeanor. One single punch and it has 7-7 crying and running.
My face.
Swampfire though, as more aliens bring out this personality in Ben, such as Chrome.
For sure.
Took an entire laser straight to the
straight refracted that shit.
Even after he got tossed into a truck, he shrugged it all off.
Said word? That's how you coming?
When a character hits that on you,
he said, you're too slow.
Just know you're finished. Chromostone's whole energy here just screams, I ain't worried about
you. The suit is breaking, bro.
I mean, he made Cass submit and surrender without even throwing a punch. Now, I've been hopping around to show you instances of Ben knowing he's truly that guy. Everyone a full episode of it, and look no further than the episode Above and Beyond. This episode is notorious.
Yeah. Because he was like 1v1 in that spine dude, because those are like young plumbers or something. And they were like, yeah, we tracked you down, or something like that. And he was like, did you track me down, or did I leave trails for you to follow? Like, Ben was going crazy. This showed you, like, he's not just, like, muscle, because he has the strongest thing in the universe. It's a lot of tactical IQ that goes into being the GOAT. Like, Kevin was in prison. They was in the galactic joint for rewriting the universe. He said, I'll be able to finish. He said, no way, Tennyson. You ain't smart. Mind you, Ben does. He's good at games, the sumo slammer. He's good at soccer. He be doing, but he's not an academic nerd. So he's like, I'm not gonna let you be my lawyer. He says, Your Honor, I'm Ben Tennyson. What are the Omnitrix? Savior of the universe. They said, all right, we'll go to recess. Came back. We gotta let him go.
Where Ben pretends to be evil as a test for the plumber's helpers. The helpers find this out, and Alan gives the most real-ass reaction to the situation.
Who needs help? It's 4 against 1. It's 4 against Ben.
They are terrified of getting...
It's 4 against Ben.
reverse
Come
jump.
on.
Instead, Ben just happens to attack them one-on-one. This is just an excuse for the team to glaze and throw Ben aura lobs. Yuri Lowenthal here is using his Sasuke
My
voice
goat.
along with dropping cliche villain dialogue.
Yuri Lowenthal.
But you can't hide.
But the best part is how they gave this episode the vibe of
Come on.
and Ben literally jump scaring Alan. The funniest jump scare though is when he does the FNAF 2.
Where you think you going, nigga?
Ben's approach to this entire situation shows you that he knows he leaps above the plumber's helpers. So he
Yeah.
to have fun with this entire training exercise. Yet even so, he doesn't take it easy on them, especially on Manny. These two get into
Why would he do that? I would have rather put fire under my feet and started floating to match his mobility. You gonna shoot a projectile at someone who can go intangible?
to a cage match of sorts, but instead of transforming,
I mean, I would still lost, but you know. Oh my.
He decides to play around.
Hmm.
It might remind you, Manny is a tetra.
He.
Strongest species in the Ben 10 universe.
Let me show you something, nigga.
Out there, though, because it gets a lot
He didn't even transform into a Tetraman. He turned into Wrath.
hot words when Ben decides to go rad and proceeds to put Manny in a domain expansion apoplexy in
Power
Ben
drive.
hits Manny with a 50-foot power drive that gets him put into a high-speed plexi in wrestling. Ben hits Manny with a 50-foot power drive that gets him put into a high-speed armbar, all finished off by a leg spike off the mat on some Smash Bros shit. Shit gets even funnier at the end of the episode where Ben just goes full kaiju monster as Humongosaur, deciding to completely fuck up the stage just because he can. The helpers outer space though that he just casually comes back from when Max decides to end their training experiment. All this shit happens in like a 22-minute episode, and it's one of the most fun episodes in the
My
show.
fault.
In fact,
I was just trolling, Grandpa.
Omniverse doesn't do anything similar, or even continue to let Ben
Yeah.
power in certain situations. I mean, it does.
It does like talk about like the emotion. Like that's what I say about Ultimate. I say Alien Force and Ultimate Alien is from the classic series more like you see maturity, you see what he needs to do as a plumber, and then Omniverse keeps that theme except it goes back to being a little more lighthearted. The best way to describe it is Omniverse is in between classic and Alien Force. And it's not like classic, it's just like this gag show. Classic has its serious moments too, but Ben's a kid. You get Sumo Slammer episodes. You get him chilling with Kevin Levin. While like as the show progresses, at different ages, you have to handle different things in your life. You get what I'm saying?
This happened a few times, like Ben saying fuck it and using Alien X against the Rooters. In that dope ass brainstorm scene, we see him plan out his attack plan against the bootleg Evil Avengers. These are like two sides of the same coin. With Ben using Alien X versus the Rooters, it's him showing that he doesn't.
Hey,
really
Kevin,
have to
watch
deal
out,
with
little nigga.
back and forth with these battles, and he can take control of shit whenever he wants. The only thing preventing him from doing so is really just his morals of not abusing the power of Alien X. But when he uses it, oh boy, bro turns into Alien X, and Gwen and Rook immediately duck for cover, like they're retreating from
Run!
bomb was just set off.
Sounds like a war zone. Ben has control of Alien X.
Also, treat this entire encounter like it's an RPG.
Just trolling.
Have the Rooters attack each other like it's a game of Pokemon. The brainstorm scene though might beat this scene out when it comes to pure disrespect.
Yeah.
In the Alien X scene, this moment shows that while Ben
High
has
tactical
powerful
IQ.
transformation, he doesn't even really have to use his stronger ones to handle some of his foes. He tells the bootleg Avengers
He did the calculations.
any of his aliens are strong enough to outmatch them combined, and he backs his shit talking up. As Brainstorm, Ben analyzes his surroundings.
He just de-transform or re-transform?
And uses his knowledge to form an entire plan of attack that, would you know it, lands up with that 100% success rate. He takes out 3 decently strong street tier characters without breaking a sweat, literally using everything to his advantage.
Stupid,
Even
man.
Apple Core to take out Kangaroo Commando. It
Stupid,
just shows
man.
that he has mastered the art of reverse jumping. That scene is arguably the
Facts.
hardest in the later half of Omniverse, and definitely one of the coolest moments for an alien whose ideal usage isn't even for combat. Further showing that when Bandit locks in, there's virtually no one who can match up to him.
Turn
no
them
matter
niggas to
what
puzzle
alien he
pieces.
decides to use. Unfortunately, those are the only examples I can think of for
Hey.
Omniverse off the top of my head, which sucks because Omniverse is when Ben is probably at his most braggadocious, and these
Yeah.
moments of dominance over his opponents is what gives that braggadocious part of his personality real weight. Because to be honest, Ben isn't as flashy and
Hee.
like Goku. I mean, you can a nigga head mid battle, nor is he as relentlessly imposing as
Come here, nigga.
he's battling someone like
Oh my.
Ben mid battle, nor is he as relentlessly
Got check.
imposing.
Come here.
And when he's battling someone like Darkseid. Ben, however, is the type of character who shit talks and can back it up, which is something he does
Yeah.
religiously. He always talks about how he saves.
I always say that he gives me like he is the teenage hero vibe. He gives me Invincible vibes, Spider-Man vibes, Flash vibes. Flash is like less lesser tied into that list. But like with Wally, and then Flash he still has that. It's just through all the types of media of seeing the Flash, I know when the Flash is buried, I can see him as more mature now. But like when you see Wally, characters like Nightwing, my GOAT, that's the vibe I get from Ben.
Universe, and brags about how he's defeated some of the most dangerous people in the galaxy. And like, yeah, he has. There's a moment where he lists off all the times he's beaten Dogak straight to his face. And while it becomes one of the most annoying character traits for him, you can't say the kid isn't speaking facts. And in the same way that I found it annoying, I also kind of find
goodness,
people who fight Ben probably take a harder hit mentally than they do.
That is good, like control of his powers with Big Chill. Holy, because he could, in theory, just create ice constructs that are like swords or projectiles. Since he has that much control after throwing him, have them expand.
Because you got to deal with this snarky ass, cocky ass kid, and then it being added to his stacked legacy. And I feel like that's such an underrated component of Ben's character. When Ben remembers that he's a legend, like legitimately, and
he starts moving crazy.
That boy will either subject you to like one-on-one ass beating or anything so fast, no one will even remember you even had screen time. With there being so many disrespectful moments in Ben 10, a lot of them from Ben himself.
That fucking Lego brick sound, bro, that's iconic.
Which one is your guys' favorite down in the comments below. But that'll do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like on the video. Remember,
shout out Dan Boy Wonder, man. Shout out my dog, man. As always, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you stay happy, healthy, hydrated. You know what time to catch me next. Peace.